Welcome. In this video, I'm going to be going through workflow templates. So why use workflow templates? Well, they allow you to take a number of steps that you repeatedly do in the EMR and automate them. For example, if you regularly create and forward a task to a specific person, you can create a workflow that will allow you to do that with a single click. So workflow is quite powerful, but not particularly intuitive to learn or create. And so little practice and patience is required. Now, there are instructions in the MedAccess help file, and I do recommend looking at those if you're having any issues, or feel free to reach out to me. So today, what we're going to be working on is a workflow template involving a visit note. And this can be particularly helpful to add in observations that you commonly use for visits. And so what we'll start with, we'll go to the templates menu, we'll click under workflow, and then we'll start a new one. And so we could copy an existing, the one I use is adding observations to visits, but instead of using that one, I'll just create a new one. So we'll label this PSP workflow visit. Contacts, this will be with a visit, and this will be visit add-on. And so starting with the action set, and so what I find helpful for these with the visit workflow templates is adding things like physical exam findings. And so let's do abdominal exam. Icon, you can choose whatever you like. I'll choose the observation icon, and we'll have it below the save button. If we want to order these, we can order it 0 is higher on the list. The higher the number, the lower on the list. So action, we're going to be applying an observation template. And so category, again, that would be the visit. And so with this one, it's a bit of a pain, but we're going to scroll down. As you notice, all of these with a star in front are MedAccess templates. We're going to scroll down to the physical exams, and we can see the star and then the PX. Those are the system templates, and this one has a good physical exam that I can add in. I can also create these from scratch if I like, but I'll show you what this one looks like. Next action that we would have is after applying, we would just leave item open. And so if we choose the other one, save and close or save and close chart, it'll essentially end our visit note and save it. And so this one, we don't want to do that. We want to keep on working on the visit note. And so I'll save that. Now I'm in a test patients chart. We'll click on, before we do that, we'll actually have to go in and make sure that we're adjusting the workflow templates. And so if we go under workflow, under visit, we would want to add in whatever one we just created or whatever one we use. And so this is the PSP workflow visit. So we've saved that. I'll close that. And then now we can go to the test patients chart. I'll open up a new visit. And then as we can see now under the save button, we see abdominal exam. And so when I click that, it'll add in the templated abdominal exam. And so if I hover over, I can see, if we're reading at the actions, applying template, observation template, physical exam, after executing, save and leave item open. And so that's quite helpful. Now, instead of typing in notes, I can just use the checkboxes. And so let me save that. Now you can add on other items, and what I'll show you is the one that I often use. And so the one I use is adding observations to visit. We'll go back to our test patient. Let me just delete our previous one. And then you can see for mine, I have a lot of different ones as far as exam findings. I find those helpful. Review of systems. This is one that I templated from scratch, but can be quite helpful once you have it completed to add in a nice review of systems. Also added in things like a sick note. You can see on this one, it's slightly different in this one. Instead of adding an observation template, we'll actually create a new task. And so that'll actually open up a separate window to a sick note. And so, yeah, workflow templates, very useful, not the most intuitive, can oftentimes be a bit frustrating creating, but working through eventually. It may take a try or two before you get what you want, but once you have it in the system, quite useful. And essentially, you can use that on a regular basis just to add in a lot of the physical exam findings or tasks that you frequently use during a visit. Well, that's all for this one.